Been a minute since I've recorded a market video for Madden 24 Ultimate Team, but we've received some content news from via the content schedule this week, and the coin Bible year for me is over, so I don't mind sharing a full breakdown into my mind and, showing you guys how I would prepare for not only the Team Builder release number 4, but Divisional Dynasty release number 3 that is expected to release this Thursday. But let's give a history or a rundown of the Team Builder content we've seen throughout this year. So just as of recently, a month and a half ago, we did get the Team Builder 3 release in 95 overalls. And then before that, we got 89 overalls, which I believe released, I want to say in early November, maybe. And then finally, the first Team Builders were 85 overalls that were out at launch. As for the sets, if you've been in the coin battle throughout the year, you'll know that they love their even overalls when it comes to their team affinity content. So for 95 overalls, it was a mix of 92 overalls and 90 overalls. For 89 overall Team Builder cards, it was 86 overalls and 84 overalls. And then finally for 85 overalls, I believe it was, 82 overalls, 80s, and 78. So you can kind of see a pattern there where the even overalls, well, technically the odd overalls are in the sets, but the even overalls are the lower overall of each of the blocks. And the reason they do that, it always is aligned with whatever the core sets are. Now, for the past 2 years, it has been even overalls. You can always check this by going to the core set. You'll see, 96, 97, 94, 95 set, and so on throughout and lower into the overalls. But it's been like this for the past 2 years in Madden 22, though it was the odd overalls. So what overall do we think Team Builder content is going to be this time around? Well, for me, 96 overall is too close to 95 overall, so I think we can eliminate that. I don't think it'll be 99 overalls because, well, Team Builders, let's just be honest, their overalls are always lagging behind the overall power curve that is the current game. So it really comes down to 97 or 98 overalls. And actually for Team Builder content and investing wise, it doesn't really matter what overall is. I think it's going to be 97 overalls, just because how low overall Team Builders has been. But easily could be 98s, but for this topic and this investment, that actually does not matter that much. So hopefully after I showed you guys that they use even overalls, you probably already know what overalls we are going to be investing in. The main overall, really, and this is going to also be for Divisional Dynasty, but I'll get into that a little bit. 94 overalls, picking these cards up under 20,000 coins is a very, very safe investment. Their min price, I believe, is 17,500. You'll see me pick up a Peyton Hillis very shortly. By the way, I'm recording this very, very late at night, so the auction house is super dead. Not many cards listed, but 94 overalls under 20,000 coins is pretty safe. Here is the Peyton Hillis. And then finally, 92 overalls for under 8,000 coins is also pretty safe. Again, if it is 98 overalls, 96 overalls might be involved, but they're only going to require one, if that. So you also can sprinkle in some 96 overalls. I would pay no more than the low 60s or really under 60,000 coins for 96 overall. But the bulk of the investment is going to be 92 overalls for under 8K and 94 overalls for under 20,000 coins. As for the Divisional Dynasty content, the investment and content setup is very, very similar with a few twists from the Team Builder content. They are going to have their super champions or their divisional champions, and what I call the baby cards, or the one card per team, will be a slightly few or 3 overalls lower than the divisional champion. Set wise, they're also going to be using those even overalls. As for what I think the overalls are going to be this time around, 99s for the divisional champions seems very, very realistic and just what's going to happen. As for the baby cards, I don't really know. They've always been 3 overalls lower than divisional champions, but I have a hard time seeing them be lower than the Team Builder content we also are getting Thursday. So it's going to be anywhere from 96 to 98 overall. I don't know which direction EA is going to lean, but either way, the investment is going to be pretty much the same overalls as the Team Builder content. 92s under 8,000 coins, 94s under 20,000 coins, and then probably a little bit more emphasis on 96 overalls under 60,000 coins, since this content is expected to be a little bit higher overall than the Team Builders. The one caveat and the one kind of area I'm not really investing in, so the Divisional Champion set is a little bit different. It's going to require 3 of the baby divisional cards as well as 2 wildcard slots, at least that has in the past. And I don't really, again, know what overall the baby cards are going to be, and that kind of has been the overall of the wildcard slots this year, so I don't really know what overall in that way to invest. Like, you're just pretty much going to be, you can buy 96s, you can buy 97s, you can buy 98s. Now, if you want to, you can, but I don't really like buying every single overall. I have my specific overalls, and that's really how I believe you're going to make coins through this investment. But yeah, Pretty simple. 92s again under 8k, 94s under 20k, and 96s under 60,000 coins. Now on to the liquidation process, because I used to not really talk about this a lot in my older investing videos back in Madden 22 and Madden 23. I kind of give the investment, and then you guys sometimes be left hanging on, hey, what do I do now this investment has been successful? They're involved in the set, they've gone in price, what do I do? Well, for the most part, Team Affinity content this year, meaning Team Builder and Divisional Dynasties, you're gonna want to complete the set. The set is where the true profit is. It also is where the efficiency standpoint is, because let's be honest, if you're gonna buy 192s, 194s, and let's say 25 96s, it's a pain in the ass to sell those cards back for, you know, profit, but it's not outstanding profit. The sets are going to be where, you know, the profit's going to be maximized, and it's also really going to help with efficiency and just saving time in general. Now, one negative about this investment is it does require you to not be on right when the content goes live, but to maximize the profit, the better, or the earlier you're on when the content goes live, the better, because the cards pretty much are going to start out at their peak right when the content goes live and the sets go live, and then as the day goes on, you know, those set pieces, or not really set pieces, the set rewards, that is, are going to slowly fall in price. So yeah, you are going to complete the set. Now, again, I kind of didn't really mention it, but overall wise, you're going to want to buy a pretty even amount, at least of 92s and 94s, probably buy 25% 96s. That way you're just set up for the set. You don't really want to buy one of, let's say you only buy 94 overalls, and then they're going to require half 92s, and you're kind of out of luck. You kind of have to scramble and buy those inflated 92 overalls. So you're going to want to spread out the overalls pretty evenly amongst at least 92s and 94s, and then sprinkle in some 96s. I mean, who knows if those even are involved, but as it is, it's so late in the year. Even if these overalls, for whatever reason, are not involved whatsoever, the market is not going to move that much. You guys have seen, especially with the price floor, these cards are almost minned out as it is. So worst comes to worst, and let's say nothing happens, the market doesn't move, the sets suck, you can always just sell these cards back, and you will maybe lose tax if that. You probably even throw these cards in some different sets, and you'll be all good. But hopefully, you guys took something from this video, especially if you need some coins for careers. Those are probably going to start next week with the new season. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, the insight into, you know, I haven't done many of these investing videos this year with the Coin Bible, so it's fun to make. Comment if you have any questions, of course. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.